your family home makeup.
Yeah, that's the 18 income.
If you can find them, you can hire them. The agent will never remember them.
I don't remember.
I-4 eastbound is rolling between the Turnpike and Keeley Avenue, where an accident has recently cleared, but you may want to head to Yongo OBT instead. This report is service of the Edgerton.
Then turn right.
fairly massive collision, loud. Some of the people in the area said they heard it. It woke them up and stuff. It was a very large collision, obviously enough to damage a pretty large truck. And as a result, the fire department, which was very close, was dispatched immediately and immediately sealed off the area and almost immediately issued an evacuation order. A home delivery truck and another vehicle. They collided and something happened, whether there was a crack or something, and there's gas ejecting and it ignited and there's a fire. And so they decided to let the fire continue burning to help relieve the pressure in the tank. So they just wait for the fire to burn down, and then in a managed fashion take the fire into a controlled situation. One day
the propane truck is gone and the other vehicle has been picked up and hauled away, but the wreckage is still left behind. The truck came through the intersection and flipped into this ditch, hitting a mailbox, a pole, and another mailbox further along down the road, where he finally came to his resting place, where he started to leak propane. And now the propane company says that their driver had a split-second decision to make when he was coming through the intersection.
The driver we got, I mean, he's well-trained, and like I said, if he didn't act, she would have been dead, and the kids probably would have been dead too.
A near head-on collision left a propane truck this size overturned into a ditch, leaking propane.
The safest thing to do, evacuate the immediate area. On a incident like this with a propane tank involved, it's at least a half a mile in all directions.
The propane company says less than a half a gallon of product leaked out. When hitting the air, the compressed gas grows exponentially, giving cause for evacuations.
Wife had called and said that the volunteer firemen had showed up and said that they were going to have to evacuate the house because of a propane leak.
Firefighters say foggy conditions, high humidity, and relatively low winds kept the propane from leaving the area.
Propane is flammable. It will travel distances if it finds a source of ignition. With the right proper air-fuel mixture, it will ignite.
But that loaded propane truck stuck on that small wooden bridge. It's all unfolding along US 441 just south of Lake Worth Road.
And that's where News Channel 5's Ryan Calhoun is standing by right now live with the breaking details of how this truck got there and the plan to take it off. Ryan.
Good afternoon. Well, what's happening right now is that they're starting to move the propane from the smaller truck that you can see right here is located and stuck on the bridge here off of 441. They're moving the propane out of that AmeriGas truck into a larger one that is more stable right on the road right next to it. Before this, they had to stabilize the propane truck in order to get the propane truck out of it. In the meantime, though, the road here on 441 from the Lake Worth all the way to 50th is shut down while they download that propane. Fire rescue officials say that this all happened around 10 this morning. They said the truck driver drove onto a bridge and then fell through it. They say the driver used his GPS, which told him to turn onto the bridge, but when you look at the bridge, on the front of it, there are signs posted that say no trucks and no vehicles over 3 tons. This AmeriGas truck, fire rescue officials say that it's about 5 tons.
This is just a perfect example why people really need to pay attention when they're driving. I understand the man was using a GPS, and GPSs are good, but you got to use your eyes too when you're driving.
That was the owner of the bridge who was just talking. She says that she doesn't know how much this damage will cost. It's mainly broken wooden boards that they are trying to fix at this time, or will have to fix afterwards. In the meantime, they're trying to get all of the propane out of it. They will continue to keep this road shut for about an hour, fire rescue officials tell me, while they get this whole situation under control. For now, we're live. I'm Ryan Calhoun, WPTV News Channel 5.
Emily, thanks. More now on breaking news. We first brought you on News 4 at 5 o'clock. We now know at least one driver has died in a fiery, explosive wreck. We do not know the condition of the other driver just yet. A propane tanker slammed into the back of a coal truck. You can see all the charred damage from that blast. The fire burned for an hour before firefighters got it under control. We're still working to find out the condition of the other driver. We do know no firefighters were hurt in this. Now, this is down in Randolph County, Illinois, south of Sparta on County Line Road, north of Percy, Illinois. This is about 50 miles south of St. Louis. We'll stay on top of the investigation. We will bring you any new information on News 4 at 10.
Still following the breaking news in Beaver County, where a propane tanker crashed over a guide rail and down a hill, landing on its side right near a creek there. Sky 4 flying over the scene in Patterson Township, Beaver County. Hazmat is on the scene, and some propane reportedly did get into the creek here. We're told the driver, though, got himself out of the vehicle in time and was rushed to the hospital. County Hazmat has been called out to just check things out there since the truck is filled with gas. It is resting again right along this embankment you see near this creek. Stay with us as we gather more details from the scene.